What's going on? Welcome back to 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗡𝗖𝗧 Journey. So today we're going to talk to you about NIO. Give you a quick overview of some of the data points, break it down on what is moving it, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So NIO is up 3.28%. Nice kind of change of events, especially in a sea of red today. So 439 the low, 462 the high, and kind of low volumes. So 28.8 million shares being traded, 57.5 is the average. Two transactions so far occurring on the secondary market above $100,000. One for 102,000, the other one for 190. So it's kind of improving a little bit. No official news from NIO itself, no SEC filings, nothing along those lines. So in reality, what is moving it is the weekly registration numbers. So within China, week ending December 15th, NIO 4,400. So definitely a nice improvement in that regard. And then Envo 1,700. And this was, or they did reiterate that there was going to be 10,000 in December. So really tough for the next 2 weeks. But beside the point, that's it's kind of coming in line altogether, all in all. So the market absolutely loves this. And what I said in my video yesterday, especially I think shorts returned like just shy of around 6 million shares, showing that maybe they were privy to some information that others weren't. Clearly, this is the reason why. So maybe they were, again, found some way of getting this information, seeing it as relatively bullish. Even today, they're continuing to return. Right now, returning 2.17 million shares, 13.77% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 183.9 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average 4.91, and just generally looking at what shorts have been doing, they've been returning ever since a peak of around 15.63%. So kind of a positive thing. It's regrettable the fact that you aren't seeing that level of institutions buying, because if this kind of scenario played out while big money was buying, you would see significantly higher prices, but it is what it is. And one thing to keep note of, shorts were actually increasing first thing, roughly around 3.7 million shares. So definitely a quick 180, and by them returning consistently is kind of adding this buying pressure, because again, when shorts are returning, they're adding buying pressure. So pretty good stuff in that regard. As far as options, 2.38 million in calls, 1.6 million in puts. So dollar value wise, kind of low, but 53% of all the options being done today are optimistic in nature. And of those call options, there's a consensus for it to be above $5 and even $5.50 for the week ending January 3rd. The bears are anticipating for it to be sub roughly $4/$4.50 next week. So in my opinion, a little bit more upside is still anticipated. And based on this right here, so $4.56, it is trading between this pivot and this S1. So 471 is going to be that next strong target / resistance. Hasn't been touched today whatsoever. Flip side, 429 is going to be the next strong support. Similarly, hasn't been touched whatsoever. And just based on the technicals itself, so today is kind of a good day. It is showing signs that it does want to kind of move higher. So right now it is on that ALMA. If it is able to close above that, which right now is 455, then you could see a little bit more of a further push higher. A couple key resistance points is all really tight knit together, is both the 50, 100 and also 200 at 487, 493, and then 502. So take note of some of the strong support and resistance points I brought up during the fib levels, as well as some of the general moving averages as well. So I think today's definitely a nice day. It does need to close above that ALMA in order to continue that good push higher. And yeah, I think just given the price of where it is, NIO is a screaming buying opportunity. But then again, that could have been said for during a lot of this higher prices as well. NIO is just one of those difficult stocks to really predict, but if you believe in it bigger picture and that they're going to hit their targets for December, as well as consistently all the way up until like end of Q1, then take advantage of these prices, because if they do hit their targets, I can definitely see big money rallying behind that. A lot of people seem to be very bearish that they won't be hitting that, but even moving to the options, like I said, people are anticipating for them to clearly hit and for it to be above 550. Of course, if it does get above 550 on the actual chart, once again, this is where you could see even more higher highs, because if it does break above 550, it'd be above all the key pivotal moving averages as well as that super trend. So that does mean that they would have algos on their side really pushing it higher. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on NIO. Have you been buying? What's your overall thoughts on these registration numbers? So 4,400, in my opinion, isn't all that bad whatsoever. And then 1,700 for Onvo. And yeah, again, NIO Day is coming up right around the corner in, was it 4 days or whatever else? So that could be another good catalyst that big money does start to really rally behind, and could be a good kind of push higher. So let me know your thoughts. But aside from that, one final thing I do want to share with you, I launched a Patreon where I'm giving buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. So pop over there, link in the description below and also the comments. Take a look at a lot of my buy signals, and many of them have already 2x'd, some have even 3, close to 4x'd. So definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.